Hey there to my UVG family, my name is Smokey and I'm bringing you another video today about stuff that I've read into the comments and posts on UVG. So what we're going to be getting into today is our wonderful world of juices and what all these terms are meaning and what you need to do to get the best juice out there. Alright, so for many of you, you just pre-order your own juice from some companies and this, that, and the other, and that's perfectly fine. Not everybody in the world's got to make their own juice. A lot of people ain't got the time to make their own juice. But there's certain things you got to remember when you're purchasing a bottle of juice. Does it come pre-steeped? Now, you see a lot of people asking about steeping their own juices, or not their own juices, but steeping juices, and, well, what does it mean? Well, steeping is like aging wine. Okay, you have all these different concoctions in these bottles. You have your VG, you have your PG, and of course you have your nicotine if if you want nicotine in, your liquid. I don't know, might not have nicotine, you might, it depends on if you need that nic craving or not. But for most of us here, as I've seen most people do, have at least 3 milligrams of nicotine into their bottles. And then of course you have all your flavorings. Well, I don't know if anybody in the world has tried to vape VG alone, or VG even mixed with PG without any flavors. It sucks. It is nasty. It is not what you want to be vaping on. So of course we add the flavors in to enhance that, enhance the flavors of your VG and PG. But your VG and PG taste nasty by themselves. Well, when you put your flavoring into a bottle of juice, okay, you put your VG in there, your PG, whatever your mixture is. I usually run about 70-30, I'm sorry. And so whenever you put it in there, that VG and that PG will mask the flavoring in the liquid. So, just like just like an old bottle of wine, you let it sit, and the longer you let it sit, then the better the wine is. Well, why is that? It's just like with liquid. So the big question is why do we steep? Well, we steep to bring out the liquids. Bring out the flavors of the liquid, because with your VG and your PG masking your flavors, then you don't get that good enhanced flavor that you want whenever you purchase, say let's just say this is butter pecan. Damn, that sounds good as shit. I want some butter pecan liquid now. But anyway, let's just say this is lemonade, because that's actually what this is lemonade. So, it's got a lemon flavor to it, but when I first get it, it isn't that good. It's not that lemony like I want it. I want that lemon pledge, like Miss Consuela. I want some good lemon, but it ain't how I want it. It ain't there yet. So what I do is I would steep it. Now, there's numerous ways to go about steeping. Most people just set the bottle down and just leave it for, a week, 2 weeks, or whatever like that. And then we have what we call power steeping, is what some people try to do. And that's when you get a bowl of warm water, even steamers. I've seen some people use like those it's a little bucket type thing. It's got water in it and it steams. It gets the water hot, not boiling hot, but it gets it hot. And you just set your bottle in the water and it power steeps it, so to speak. That's your 2 ways that most people do steep. Now, when you are steeping, especially a fresh bottle of liquid, you're going to want to let it breathe. Because if you just poured all your fluids in your VG, your PG, your nicotine, and your flavorings into a bottle and then close the cap, it's got to have that oxygen. It's got to be able to breathe. And that causes a chemical reaction inside the liquid that is unlike wine, but you got to let it breathe. So, find you somewhere nice. I don't know if any of you, I have a dog, okay? My dog sheds. He is husky. And he sheds and he sheds and he sheds. He's part husky and German Shepherd. So he sheds a lot. Well, I have, my vape room he's not allowed to go in there, because I make juices and everything in that vape room, so I can't have him barging in there and, getting hair all over everything. So what I do is I bring my bottle in there and I just set it on my table and I just take the cap off and set the cap off beside it. It's letting it breathe while it steeps. Is going to enhance your flavor even more. Alright, so that's about all there is with steeping. And then don't forget to shake it. You want to shake it. Get those chemicals, because it's just like, if you went through biology class and science class and everything like that, where they pour 2 liquids into a bottle, and after so long, one liquid would fall to the bottom while the other stayed on the top. That's sort of how this kind of works as well. So you want to shake it up. I shake mine about every 2 or 3 days. Mainly they do stay in a backpack, so they're shaking around anyway as I'm leaving work, coming to work, this, that, and the other. So you're going to want to give that bottle a good shake, especially after steeping it for so long. or after you put it in the warm water, you want to take it out and you want to shake the hell out of it, and it just mixes your flavors up even more. But I hope this has answered all your questions about, your flavoring and your steeping, and what you need to do when you get it. Do your flavors come steeped? That depends on your manufacturer, on where you're ordering it from. If you order from a prestige manufacturer that makes prestige juices, like Boardwalk and everything like that, where you're looking at $20 for a 30 ml bottle, those are going to come pretty steep because they're mass ordering these, or mass producing them. If you go into your vape shop, your local vape shop, and they got liquids there, they're probably already steeped from the manufacturer. And if they're not, they might have been sitting on the shelves long enough at the vape shop to steep. Now, what you might want to do, ordering, when you go to your local vape shop and you get some juice, and you're not sure if they come pre-steep, let it air out for a day or something like that. Unless you just need that juice right now, give it a try. You see how it is, and let it air out a little bit. Take the cap off and set it somewhere, and let the liquid breathe a little bit. But I hope this has answered all your questions. If you have any questions concerning your liquids and steeping or anything of the sorts, please leave them in the comment section of this video, and I will answer them tonight. I still have 6 hours, 5 hours and 45 minutes left to work. So if it's within that time period, I will answer it. If not, I will answer it, when I wake up tomorrow afternoon to come back to work. Guys, this has been Smokey from the UVG family. Y'all stay safe and vape on, my friends.